The problems on the type 1 examples. So in that we have seen the example on that. So I am continuing the problems on the part of the type 1 examples to find the solution of the non-homogeneous equations here. So take down the example on that base. So the first example on that is take down solve d cube y by dx cube minus d square y by dx square plus 4 dy by dx minus 4y equal to sin h of 2x plus 3. d cube y by dx cube minus d square y by dx square plus 4 dy by dx minus 4y equal to sin h of 2x plus 3. So we have to solve this equation now. So here to solve this equation, first we have to write down the equation. So I am just repeating the procedure here. First we have to write down the f of d of y, and then we have to write down the auxiliary equation, and then we have to find out the complementary function based on the roots. Based on the nature of the roots, we have to use the formula to write down the complementary function here. After that we have to be substitute a complementary function for the respected values, and then after that we have to take out the particular integral. So here the after the value of the based on the RHS, we decide the particular integral procedure here, and then we go on the procedure as usual to find out the particular integral. So here the function is d cube y by dx cube d square y by dx square plus 4 dy by dx minus 4y equal to sin h of 2x plus 3. So first I am going to write down this function as a f of d of y equal to function of x, that is d cube minus d square plus 4d minus 4 of y equal to sin h of 2x plus 3. So now I am going to write down the auxiliary equation. So our auxiliary equation is m cube minus m square plus 4m minus 4 is equal to 0. Now we have to find out the roots. Here to find out the roots, we have to follow the procedure, that is inspection and synthetic division method. First go for the inspection method. So in the inspection method, first we have to assume the values for the m. First I am going to take up for m equal to 1. If m is 1, then the LHS is 1 minus 1 plus 4 minus 4. So result will be satisfied. So therefore m equal to 1 is a root by the inspection. Therefore m equal to 1 is a root by inspection method. Now we have to go for the synthetic division method. Now by the synthetic division method. So now by the synthetic division method, follow the procedure as usual. Root by the inspection is 1. Write down it here. Now write down the coefficients of all the terms. Coefficient of m cube, coefficient of m square, coefficient of m, coefficient of means simply constant term. Start with the 0. 1 plus 0, 1. 1 into 1, 1. Minus 1 plus 1, 0. 0 into 1, 0. 4 plus 0, 4. 4 into 1, 4. Plus 4 minus 4, 0. Constant. Coefficient of m, coefficient of m square. M square plus 4 is equal to 0. That implies m square equal to minus 2. Next m equal to minus root 2. That is plus or minus root 2i. Plus or minus root 2i. m square equal to minus 4 plus or minus 2i. Clear? M square equal to minus 4, m equal to square root of minus 4 is nothing but the plus or minus 2i. So totally we have the roots m equal to 1 comma plus or minus 2i are the roots of an auxiliary equation. Therefore m equal to 1 comma plus or minus 2i are the roots of an auxiliary equation. So now we have to write down the complementary function. So our complementary function is, first one is the roots are independent, no repeated roots will be present here. One is a real and distinct root, another one is complex root. So for the real root we have a formula that is c1 e raised to m into x, where the m equal to 1 into x plus or minus 2i. So there is a real part is not present, so real part will be 0. If the real part is 0, then it becomes a e raised to 0x into bracket c1 is already used, c2 cos, imaginary term is 2 cos 2x plus c3 sin 2x. Simply we can write it as c1 e raised to x plus c2 cos 2x plus c3 sin 2x. E raised to 0 is nothing but the 1. That's why it is simply I neglected the term. So that our complementary function is equal to c1 e raised to x plus c2 cos 2x plus c3 sin 2x. So next our particular integral is equal to, sin h of 2x plus 3 means xi of x divided by f of d. So our f of d is here, d cube minus d square plus 4d minus 4. d cube minus d square plus 4d minus 4. That is our f of d. Now we have to apply the formula of the sin h ax. We already know that sin h ax is equal to e raised to ax minus e raised to minus ax by 2. If instead of ax here it is ax plus b, use the same as it is instead of ax as a ax plus b. So that our formula is 1 by 2 e raised to 2x plus 3 minus e raised to minus of 2x plus 3 whole divided by d cube minus d square plus 4d minus 4. So now I am going to split the denominator to both the numerator functions here. So 1 by 2 e raised to 2x plus 3 divided by d cube minus d square plus 4d minus 4 minus into 1 by 2 is 1 by 2 e raised to minus of 2x plus 3 divided by d cube minus d square plus 4d minus 4. So here the procedure is as it is. As if it is e raised to x, we replace a d by a. Here also if it is e raised to x plus b, then also we have to replace d by a. In this function, coefficient of x is 2. So that replace a d by a here. Or else consider it as a p1, p2. Clear? Means particular integral, first one and second one. So first particular integral is 1 by 2 e raised to 2x plus 3 divided by d cube minus d square plus 4d minus 4. So keep a 1 by 2 as it is. Coefficient of x is a 2. Replace a d by 2. When you replace a d by 2, 2 cube is 8 minus 2 square is 4. 2 into 4 is 8 minus 4. Minus 4 minus 4 minus 8. Minus 8 plus 8 cancelled. That is e raised to 2x plus 3 divided by 8 into 2. 16. That is our P1. Now come to the P2. P2 is here. Left this minus sign. Don't consider the minus sign. At the end we take a simplification. So take it this only 1 by 2 e raised to minus 2x plus 3. Minus of 2x plus 3. Open the bracket here. Minus 2x minus 3. Divided by d cube minus d square plus 4d minus 4. That is equal to 1 by 2. Coefficient of x is minus 2. Replace d by minus 2. E raised to minus 2x minus 3 divided by minus 2 cube is minus 8. Minus 2 square is plus 4. Plus 4 into minus is minus 4. Minus 2 into plus 4 is minus 8 minus 4. So e raised to minus 2x minus 3 divided by minus 8 minus 16. Minus 16 minus 4 minus 20 minus 4 minus 24 minus 24 into 2 minus 48. Now substitute both P1 and P2 in the YP. So now YP is equal to P1 minus P2. So P1 is equal to e raised to P1 is equal to e raised to 2x plus 3 divided by 16. P2 is equal to e raised to minus 2x minus 3 divided by minus 48. Divided by 16 minus e raised to minus 2x minus 3 divided by minus 48. Minus of minus plus. Again take the minus sign common outside. Divided by 48. Take a 48 as a LCM. Now it becomes 16 into 3. 3 into e raised to 2x plus 3 plus e raised to minus of 2x plus 3. That is our particular integral. Now our complete solution is y is equal to yc plus yp. Now the complete solution y is equal to yc plus yp. So our complementary function is, here our complementary function c1 e raised to x plus c2 cos 2x plus c3 sin 2x. So yc is equal to c1 e raised to x plus c2 cos 2x plus c3 sin 2x plus particular integral is equal to 1 by 48 into 3 into e raised to 2x plus 3 plus e raised to minus of 2x plus 3. So that is our complete solution of an given equation. First write down the f of d of y and then write down the auxiliary equation, and then we go for the methods of the inspection and synthetic division to find out the roots of an given auxiliary equation. So in the inspection method we find the root by the inspection, that is 1, and then we move on to the synthetic division. In the synthetic division we get an equation, that is m square plus 4 is equal to 0. So where we got a root m equal to plus or minus 2i. So totally we got the roots m equal to 1 and plus or minus 2i as a roots for the auxiliary equation. So for the auxiliary roots we write a complementary function yc is equal to c1 e raised to x plus c2 cos 2x plus c3 sin 2x. And then we go for the particular integral. So particular integral equal to sin h of 2x plus 3 divided by d cube minus d square plus 4d minus 4. Here sin h of 2x plus 3 will be applied with this formula. So that we get 1 by 2 e raised to 2x plus 3 minus e raised to minus of 2x plus 3. Split a denominator for both the function and we considered as a p1 and p2. Separately we find the particular integral of the p1 and p2. So particular integral of the p1 is equal to e raised to 2x plus 3 divided by 16. Particular integral of the second function is equal to e raised to minus of 2x minus 2x minus 3 divided by minus 48. So substituting those two values in the yp, we get a particular integral 1 by 48 and make a simplification. We get the particular integral 1 by 48 into bracket 3 into e raised to 2x plus 3 plus e raised to minus 2x plus 3 divided by 48. So that is 1 by 48 into 3 into e raised to 2x plus 3 plus e raised to minus of 2x plus 3. Now substituting both yp and yc in the to get substitute all both the values in the complete solution, that is y equal to yc plus yp. So we get a complete solution here. Now take down the next example, that is x triple dash of t minus 8x of t is equal to 1 minus e raised to t whole square. Now first start with the f of d. X triple dash means d cube minus 8 of x of t is equal to 1 minus e raised to t whole square. Here capital D equal to d by dt. Here the dependent variable is x. Now write down the auxiliary equation is m cube minus 8 equal to 0. M cube minus 8 equal to 0. That is our auxiliary equation. So here auxiliary equation can be solved, means finding the way of the root can be done in the two ways. One is either directly applying the m cube minus 2 cube equal to 0. That is a cube minus b cube. Directly we go over there with the formula of a cube minus b cube. Sometimes what happens, formulas will not be came directly, so that sometimes it make difficult to remember the formula. So directly can go with as usual inspection and synthetic division methods here. So I am directly taking the synthetic division and inspection methods here. I am not following the direct formula here. So that our inspection method says first you have to assume the values for the m. So m equal to 1 minus 8 is not equal to 0. So m equal to minus 1 minus 8 is minus 9, not equal to 0. So m equal to 2 cube is 8 minus 8. So therefore m equal to 2 is a root by the inspection method. Therefore m equal to 2 is a root by the inspection method. Now we have to follow the synthetic division. Now by the synthetic division method, coefficient of m cube, coefficient of m square is not present, m is also not present, so coefficient of constant. 1 start with the 0, 1 plus 0, 1, 1 into 2, 2, 2 plus 0, 2, into 2, 4, 4 plus 0, 4, 4 into 2, 8 plus 8 minus 8, 0. So our terms is m square plus coefficient of m plus constant is equal to 0. M square plus 2m plus 4 is equal to 0. Now simplify this quadratic equation. So this quadratic is not solved by the factorization. So directly I am going to the formula. So m equal to minus coefficient of m is 2 plus or minus square root of coefficient of m is 2, 2 square is 4 minus 4 into coefficient of m square is 1, 1 into constant is 4, 4 into 4 is 16 divided by 2 into coefficient of m square is 1. That is the formula minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac by 2a for the equation ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. So I am applying that formula here. So minus 2 plus or minus 4 minus 16 is minus 12 divided by 2. So now I am going to make a simplification. It is minus can be written as root of minus will be I. Root 12 can be written as root 12 by 2. So I am going to write the root 12 as split a root 12 as a 4 into 3. When 4 out comes, it becomes a 2. So minus 2 plus or minus 2 root 3 into I divided by 2. Take a 2 common outside and cancel with the denominator. So remaining is minus 1 plus or minus root 3 into I. So that is the one more. So that is a root of an quadratic equation. So totally we got the roots. So that our roots will be m equal to 2 comma minus 1 plus or minus root 3 into I are the roots of an auxiliary equation. So now we have to write down the complementary function. So complementary function distinct root c1 e raised to 2 xc, because it is an dependent variable is x here. So independent variable is t. c1 e raised to 2t plus minus 1 plus or minus root 3i. Real part is minus, so e raised to minus 1 into t is minus t into bracket c2 cos of root 3t plus c3 sin of root 3t. So that is our complementary function xc. So now we have to find out the particular integral, that is I will denote it as xp or pi also. Our particular integral is equal to function of t divided by f of d. So our function of d is 1 minus e raised to t whole square divided by f of d. First I am going to open the numerator. 1 minus e raised to t whole square, a minus b whole square, a square plus e raised to t whole square is e raised to 2t minus 2 into a into b divided by d cube minus 8. Now split this denominator to all the numerators. 1 divided by d cube minus 8 plus e raised to 2t divided by d cube minus 8 minus 2 into e raised to t divided by d cube minus 8. consider this one as P1, P2, P3. So our P1 is equal to 1 divided by d cube minus 8. As we know that when the numerator is constant, replace a d by 0, because constant can be written as e raised to 0x, that is also 1, sorry, e raised to 0t, sorry, e raised to 0t, that is can also be written as a 1. So replace a d by 0, that is 1 divided by minus 8. Next come to the P2. P2 is equal to e raised to 2t divided by d cube minus 8. Coefficient of t is 2. So replace a d by 2. E raised to 2t. 2 cube is 8. 8 minus 8 is 0. So denominator is 0. If the denominator is 0, then particular integral is t into e raised to 2t divided by derivative of f of d. Derivative of d cube is 3d square. Derivative of 8 is 0. Now replace d by a. T into e raised to 2t divided by 3 into, replace a d by 2. 2 square is 4. So that is equal to t into e raised to 2t divided by 12. That is our P2. Next come to the P3. P3 is equal to, here don't consider the minus sign now. So P3 is equal to 2 into e raised to t divided by d cube minus 8. 2 into coefficient of t is 1. So replace a d by 1. 1 minus 8, that is 2 into e raised to t. 1 minus 8 is minus 7. Now substitute P1, P2, P3 here in the YP. Sorry, XP. XP is equal to P1 plus P2 minus P3. P3 is minus sign is there. P3 having the minus sign, already there is a minus. Minus of minus becomes plus 2 into e raised to t divided by 7. That is our particular integral. Now our complete solution, x is equal to xc plus xp. So our xc is equal to c1 e raised to 2t plus e raised to minus t into bracket c2 cos of root 3t, c3 sin of root 3t plus xp minus 1 by 8 plus t into e raised to 2t by 12 plus 2 into e raised to t by 7. That is our complete solution of an given equation. So that is c1 e raised to 2t plus e raised to minus t into bracket c2 cos root 3t plus c3 sin root 3t minus 1 by 8 plus t e raised to 2t by 12 plus 2 into e raised to t by 7. So when the variables will be changed, we have to change all the equations. When it is with a dependent variable y, then we take a y, yc, yp. And when it is on a dependent variable x, you have to take it as xc, xp. And independent variable will be taken as a functions of the terms here. So these are the examples on the type 1. That is when the RHS is in the form of e raised to ax, then the solution of an non-homogeneous equation will be finding in this procedure.